So I just got home from checking out Eddington, which is the latest film in collaboration with A24 and Ari Aster, who's of course directed things like Midsummer, Hereditary, or Beau is Afraid, making this the second film that he's done now with Joaquin Phoenix. And going into this film, frankly, I'd not seen a trailer. I didn't really know what it was about. So I was kind of surprised to find out that this is a film set during the events of COVID-19, during the pandemic. And it's essentially a film that takes everything that's happened in the political climate around COVID-19 and since then, and just throws it into a small town in New Mexico, all happening at the same exact time, leading to all-out chaos. Whether it's mask policies, whether it's corrupt politicians, whether it's police brutality, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, you name it. This film touches on it all, and it's all happening at the same time, again, in this small town. And one thing that I think you can always expect from an Ari Aster film is top-tier filmmaking. The performances are great, the cinematography is great, the sound design is great, and the overall musical score also adds to a lot of the moments in this film. There are some big moments of crazy bombastic action that are entertaining to watch, but ultimately, this is a film that at times has some pretty thought-provoking commentaries on the political and just cultural landscape of the modern day and the last 5 to 6 years, but a lot of times use comedy and some satire to kind of get us there in a very interesting way that made the film entertaining. And I would honestly say that the first 50 to 70% of the film, I found myself on board, though I felt like certain elements of the film were fairly long-winded and a little bit, meandering, since the film is about 2.5 hours long. But even though there are some big shocking moments in the latter half of the film, it's a film that I feel sometimes was just too big for his britches. It's a film that sometimes just got away from itself. A film that has a lot to say and is jam-packing a lot into a film that is going to turn off a lot of people immediately just because of the subject matter. But at times, it feels like it's leaning left. At times, it feels like it's leaning right. Sometimes it feels like it's vilifying both sides. And then at other times, it feels like it doesn't know what it's trying to say. I feel like this is the kind of movie that some people are going to say, I know exactly what this movie is trying to say. Then there's going to be another percentage of people who say, this movie is not saying that, it's saying this. And then there's going to be people in the middle that are kind of like me, who's either say, I don't know what this film is trying to say at all, or in my case, I feel like I know what the film is trying to say, I could see it, but I ultimately don't necessarily know if the path we took to get there was all that fulfilling. And ultimately, this is a film I found myself admiring more for its ambition, but less so because I enjoyed it. I have a full review for this over on my YouTube channel if you guys are interested, but are you checking this out?